there.
Okay. Well, it's still recording.
Yeah, but I just cut that section out.
Well, run to the bathroom then. Just go.
Hi, everybody. I'm gonna go poop.
I'm going to run in circles in Dark Souls until he gets back.
You can actually play.
I'll get to Hable.
All right, that works.
All right, everyone. Time for Hable. I'm going to try and parry him to death. Which will be interesting. Well, first I'll go and wow. Never done that before. Brilliant start to the video. I really need some more stamina. Having this little is making it very difficult to do any sort of maneuvering. Delicious app. Because caffeine. Well, that motion blur is kind of neat. Alright, last time I tried to go and there were some drakes up here that I tried to get past because there's a pretty nice shield just past them that I'm gonna need. There's actually another shield back in the very first area when you very first start that is pretty good too. There's actually a shield here I might use instead. But if I get it, it'll wake up the dragon. Which, I mean, isn't too big of a deal. Because I don't have any souls anyhow. Yeah. That'll do it. Honestly, easier to get, I think. I can carry it with this. It's the reason I need a shield is because the shield that I had before didn't block 100% of damage. And there's an enemy up here that I'm going to have to be doing a lot of blocking on. Plus this thing also has some nice magic reduction. Not nearly the best. There's another one that I'm going to need for magic blocking. That it has nearly the best magic blocking in the game. For a light shield, it has the best. This other shield that is back in the original area. The Undead Asylum. It's funny, there's another demon over there, like the first one that you fight, another stray demon. I think it's a stray demon, maybe not. No, I think stray demons are the ones that don't have heads. Now I think about it. But yeah, if you go through and that first boss you fight, if you beat him the first run through, you get his hammer. And it's actually a, if you eventually get the strength to wield it, it's a pretty nice weapon. Also, there's like a whole nother, the catacombs are down there. And it's, you can actually jump down in a particular spot and survive landing. Let's try this. I actually meant to roll at the bottom of that, but it didn't quite work out. Okay. This thing does have quite good lightning damage blockage too, which is separate from magic damage. Oh, right. I decided not to get the spider shield and get the dragon crest shield instead.
Let's see. Did you kill the dragon?
No, I don't think I could kill him yet.
I
I might be able to. It would be close.
Let me put on my headphones now. Not that I ever actually wear them. I just kind of hang them around my neck.
Yeah, still. Alright, I'm gonna fight this dude. But I needed a better shield because the last shield didn't block 100% of damage.
I see. And Havel.
Oh, am I on your cable?
No, you're not. I'm just trying to get them through so they're not like on my feet.
Actually, I'm not so worried about Havel. Havel does not, he won't be, dealing damage to me. But this guy, I need to block. Knock him off. Haha.
Nice.
That's how you do it. Bam! Black Knight Halberd. Not that I can use it. Still, it's a nice trophy. He only has a chance of dropping that, and my chances of getting that were actually quite low because I don't have any humanities or any items that raise
Drop percentage?
Yeah, drop rate. They call it item discovery in this, but it's the same thing.
Item discovery?
Uh-huh.
So you need magical upgrades to be able to see he has a halberd.
Why are you friends with Mike?
Because he wanted to play me in Dota 2.
Oh,
And I never played him. And also we played on like Borderlands 2.
I see.
Which that's something we should do a Let's Play of.
Yeah, we should.
We need to get Madison in on that though. You, me, Mike, and Madison would be interesting.
Yeah.
I would say Robert, but Robert doesn't have a legal copy of the game and he can't play with us without it.
Needed that.
Do you have an over encumbrance in this like you do in, say, Skyrim?
Yes. Though it's a little different. It's,
I mean, not like based on what you wear, not what you carry.
yeah, it's, it's, you never truly get over encumbered, but the more stuff that you wear, the, slower you move. This will be interesting. Okay. There he is. He can actually hit me through the door.
Looks like a rather cheap tactic there.
Well, he'll hit me through the door.
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. Rather cheap for him.
There's actually another method you can use to deal with him where you just get like a spear or something and just poke at him.
Oh, this is the guy that uses the dragon's tooth.
Obviously not the optimal weapon to be doing this with.
A dagger?
Yeah. This may take a while.
Let's see.
And he one-shots me, of course.
You can't, like, backstab him?
Yeah, I can, but he's very hard to backstab.
He doesn't look like an actual boss. He looks more like just a mini boss because he doesn't have like a health bar at the bottom.
No, he's not a true boss. He's like an optional boss.
I see.
His storyline is actually pretty cool. Like, he absolutely hates magic and developed all sorts of, he was a priest. And, like, his whole thing is hating magic. Hang on. Ow.
Yeah, it did one shot you.
That's because I partially blocked it.
This is the most boring fight ever.
Only because of my weapon.
So what happens when you shoot him with magic? Does he like go crazy?
Not really. It's actually kind of ironic. One of the best ways to deal with him is magic. He doesn't like it, and he has a miracle that completely stops magic damage, and his shield is the strongest in the game for blocking magic. But it's too heavy for most people. But yeah. The second time he's done that this fight.
Then what?
Where he just kind of like decided I wasn't there.
Well, yeah, it's not perfect.
Ow. Too early.
Wow, my phone is buzzing a lot.
You know, I think I may go get a better weapon first.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing wrong with beating him now. Just... Okay, what's the best way to get over there? Yeah. It's like I have to go ring the other bell now. Which is going to be interesting, considering I'm really, really underpowered.
You have to wait. Why do you have to go ring the other bell?
In order to get better spells, it's okay. So when you ring both bells, what happens is it unlocks a place called I believe it's called Sin's Fortress, and you have to get through Sin's. Actually, no. I don't have to do that. No, there's another dude who sells magic first. Let's see. Able. Oops.
Well,
I got blocked by the door. I also kind of ran the wrong way now I think about it. Whoops. Have it. Let's try that again.
so while we're waiting for you to do this, let's tell some interesting stories.
Alright.
So, should I start with the big one or should I work my way up?
Well, might as well start with the big one.
Alright, so, Eric here used to work in a television repair shop.
Yeah.
And one of the main things he often would do was, replace capacitors in TVs. And, you know, shortly after I met him, Eric and I kind of had a few months there where we just would, every day we would just like hang out and
stuff apart.
Oh God, when I moved out of that apartment, I had a drawer full of frickin' destroyed electronics. I mean, hell, when we were trying to work with the PSP, we because the PSP and the Dingu batteries were the same, we had to desolder the PSP battery and put it in the Dingu to charge it, and then desolder it from the Dingu and put it back in the PSP.
It worked pretty well though. Like to be fair, it did work quite well. I mean, that battery, as far as I know, is still working in the Dingu.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that was an interesting, interesting solution. But, so... Yeah, so one day, my old computer, my first true desktop that was mine, that I had, I traded my MacBook Pro for it. Now that I remember, I traded my MacBook Pro for that and an iPad, and then I sold my iPad because I realized how awful iPads were. Seriously, iPads suck. Though I'm sure a lot of people will give me hate for that.
Hate it.
But anyway, so my computer did this thing where when I turned it on, it wouldn't, or plugged it in, it wouldn't really turn on immediately.
Yeah.
It would like kind of sputter a bit, and like if I was lucky, I could get it to turn on. So Eric said, well, there's probably something wrong with your power supply. And I was like, fantastic, I don't really have the money to get a new power supply at the moment. And he said, not to worry, I bet it's a blown capacitor. All we have to do is replace the blown capacitor. And don't worry, I've done it a lot.
And I had, to be fair.
Yes, but in this instance... but we'll get to that. So, you know, we got some capacitors because they're not expensive at all.
Yeah.
I think they were like $1 for 5 of them, and that was
Something like
overpriced. But we got like all the capacitors we would need, and I think we only had to change one. But we opened up the power supply, and sure enough, there was a blown capacitor. So, you know, we're like, all right, well, I'm not very good with soldering, so I told Eric, you know, he can do the soldering, and we went through and ow, that's not pleasant. So we open up the power supply, and we desolder the capacitor, and we solder in the new capacitor. And so we finally decide, all right, well, we need to test it first. So let's just, you know, see if it turns on. So we plug it into the wall, and we flip the switch. And the power goes out.
Yep, it blows the power.
Yeah, so that was interesting, but the power supply itself seemed okay, minus the whole not, you know, it blew the power. So, it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and my roommate Nick at the time was not in town. And we had separate leases, so all of our bedrooms had individual door locks, and his was locked, and I couldn't get into it. And his room happened to be where the breaker box was.
So, of course, what do? There's no internet. So, yeah, it's an emergency. We call the maintenance guy.
We called the maintenance. They said, we cannot help you unless it's an emergency. And, because it was 2 a.m. and the guy didn't want to get out of bed. So I go, what constitutes an emergency? They said all of the power in your apartment has to be off, not just that one circuit. I said, alright, let me call you back in about 10 minutes. So, we decide, alright, you know, blow all of the circuits.
So we plug the power supply into another wall to blow it, and guess what? Doesn't work.
The power supply exploded. Sparks were shooting out of the damn thing.
It was pretty spectacular.
He singed the kitchen floor. But it didn't blow the power. It did not blow the circuit, it just blew up the power supply. And thinking about it, I'm betting that what happened was some of the contacts on the board actually touched the metal casing and shorted it out.
That's possible.
Because the way we had it open at kind of that weird angle,
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. So we exploded the power supply. Forget about making it work. At this point, we just want power. So we go, shit, well, we still have to blow the circuits. So we took a spare PC power cable, jammed a paper clip in the end of it, going from the hot to the neutral, then submerged the entire end into a cup of salt water, salt of course because it was an electrolyte, and we started plugging it into the outlets. It blew the outlets, but I think the salt water started like smoking a little bit. And when we look at the plug was like melted at the end after we pulled it out. But we didn't damage anything, and we blew all the power, and finally the guy, like, we get the guy to agree it's an emergency because we wanted our damn internet. Which at this point is useless for me because I didn't even have a computer that was functioning. And, ooh, that's a big thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
So, we call the dude back, and he says, alright, I'll come. And he finally shows up, and he opens the door, and all of the breakers are blown. He turns them all back on, and, you know, lo and behold, there's power again. So, the next day we had to go buy a new power supply. Moral of the story, don't trust Eric with your capacitors.
Oh, come on. That is not a fair... God damn it. I forgot I couldn't fast roll.
What would you say is the moral of the story?
Make sure your contacts aren't touching the inside of the case.
That too.
There we go. Fast roll.
Yeah, so the next day we went and bought a new power supply. I made Eric pay for half of it.
Hey, you got a new power supply out of the deal.
Yeah, it was lower wattage, but it doesn't matter as long as it worked, which it did. So, my computer stopped failing. Or it turned on normally from then on. But yeah, I have to say that was probably the most interesting tech support related story I've ever encountered, even though it was my own fault. Oh lord, I have a lot of we did a lot of cool things back then. Like
We did.
that first like 6 months we were hanging out.
Quit stepping on my cable.
Sorry. Like when you came over and we tore my external hard drive apart and shoved it in the computer, which coincidentally is still my main data drive. That drive that we tore apart is still the main drive I use for data. When we would how many times did we marathon Doctor Who?
I have no idea. Probably quite a few.
I think so. We marathoned Doctor Who, we marathoned anime. We marathoned through the whole first season of Rosario Vampire before it just got too, like, boring. We never got around to marathoning Lord of the Rings, though.
I think we tried once,
We-
and
We tried, but it was early in the morning after we had both been up all night,
yeah,
and we got into a conversation about the Sword of Truth book series versus the Wheel of Time book series, and completely stopped paying attention to the movie. Of course, if you ever go into tech support, if you're ever doing any sort of end user support, for any of you out there who aren't thinking about it, get familiar with printers.
I hate this guy.
Is he a boss or just an enemy?
He's technically a boss.
He's like Havel.
Yeah, he doesn't respawn. Get anything? Nope. Sometimes he drops a boar helm.
I see. But yeah, printers are evil. I worked for a company called Alliance One International. Good company, actually. They do tobacco processing and distribution. And I worked as an IT intern there. And I don't think a single day went by where I didn't fix a printer. I'm talking old printers, like printers that are as old as my Super Nintendo.
You know what's bad is this part is probably more likely to kill me than anything I've done so far.
Really, what part is this?
The frigging rats. And I didn't get it. Good job,
Nice.
me. Now I need to get this guy's attention.
I feel like we should do a let's play of me playing this just so people can watch how badly I fail. That's one way to get his attention.
He's set up so that okay, nothing major. He's set up so that he kind of baits you into coming toward him if he notices you and then knocks you off.
I see.
That was a very back way. You don't normally come this way.
Ah.
This was so that I could avoid activating the dragon.
Oh, the one at the Valley of the Drakes.
No, the one that is on top of the bridge up there.
Oh.
The big red dragon.
Yeah, I've seen that.
He, if you don't walk on a particular area, you won't activate him. And then, because normally the idea is you get past him and activate a bonfire in there, and then he flies off. But, like, normally, if you're this low level, he would kill you, so the other option is just not to activate him at all. So that you can just, stroll on up here.
Oh yeah, I actually got here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is near the beginning area.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I didn't get killed by the dragon either. He just flew off. And I was very low level.
Oh, that's not where you were. That's not what I'm talking about. That thing where he flew off there is where he activates. He's normally sitting on top of that.
Oh, I see. So you activate him at the other place, and then you fight him
Yeah.
there. Archers are doing a bit of damage to you.
Yeah, they do. kind of their thing. It's okay though. That's a very good weapon right there. The Claymore, if you upgrade it a bunch, is one of the more powerful weapons in the game.
I will still say one of the best marathons we ever did was our original Hellsing Ultimate Marathon. When we were at Animazement, and we just decided, well, this is kind of boring. Let's go home and watch anime. And you, me, Noah, and what was the girl's name?
I forget.
I have her on. I'm friends with her on Facebook. But you, me, Noah, and her, we came home to watch Hellsing Ultimate.
And we just watched through like 7 or 8 episodes.
And they were hour-long episodes. They weren't,
Yeah, they weren't half hour at all.
No. That was... I've done a lot of fun things in my life, and I think all the times I've been to Animazement have been, like, on the top of that list. Though I'd say the most recent time I went was by far the most fun.
Yeah.
Well, the first time I went is a very close second. Because the first time I went, I had a lot of money, and I got into a, like, sword fight.
Man, that darn,
Cards Against Humanity game.
yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, when we were at Animazement, we played Cards Against Humanity in a circle with 15 people. And it ended up actually coming down to, like, it was a tie for, like, 6 people who were all, like, 1 card away from winning. Eric was one, I was one, and there was, like, 5 others. And Eric, like, ended up winning. But I remember when I did it, one of my cards was blank plus blank equals blank. And I don't remember all of the things people posted, like, or people, like, submitted. But I remember there were so many of them that were, I could not read through them without laughing.
Yeah.
Like, I was dying as I was trying to read them out.
That was pretty... Son of a bitch.
Oh, did you activate the dragon?
No, I forgot about a key. Oh, I have enough, experience that I can, do it. Anyway, I'm glad I didn't,
Yeah, this looks like the opening area, because I've been...
Oh yeah, this is the opening area.
Yeah, I was doing just fine here. I think there's something interesting to be said about Let's Plays. It gives you, like, at least for me, it gives me a drive to play games that I otherwise wouldn't want to play.
Yeah,
Or
and
wouldn't
to
wanna-
play them all the way through.
Yeah.
I need this.
I think just the act of Let's Play, because frankly,
Well, now,
you
seem
people
to have your
watching, I'm not
wits
making
about
this for you. I'm making
trained
this for
to
me.
souls.
This guy is pretty interesting. If you kill him, you can get a very, very powerful weapon.
Does he attack you back, or can you
Oh
just, like...
yeah, though, like, he's not very tough. I need that.
Thank you kindly.
If you kill him, he drops that too, because it's important.
I see.
It's you don't have to get it or anything, but it is, like, kind of important for the storyline. Which is, you know, entirely optional, but still there.
Ooh, we should do a Let's Play of DMC.
Oh, alright. Which I've never played, so... that'd
Yeah,
be a
you
good
should
one.
do that one.
Let's see.
No, you played it. You played the demo.
Yeah, well, I mean, sure, I played it, but that doesn't really mean I played it.
You were doing decent on the demo. You were playing the demo in hard mode. But yeah, that would be interesting to watch you play.
Ow.
Because DMC was quite a bit easier than the later Devil May Cry games.
Son of a...
Or than the earlier Devil May Cry games, sorry. And I know, like, most people, like, hate it compared to the earlier ones. And, like, it had... There were things about it that were good and things about it that were bad. The combat was a lot cooler, but a lot more forgiving. But, I mean, just because it was a reboot, and I'm glad they did something different with the reboot. You know, it wasn't perfect, but it was quite fun. And
Yeah, this is the dude.
this is the... Are you gonna kill him?
Brilliant. You I am Griggs. I am thanks to you. I may not.
Is he a magic user?
Yes.
Oh, he's the one who gives you all the
Well,
spells?
I
Gives
have
me
my
some of the
sorcery.
spells.
Beside,
Come on.
Oh, hello. I'm fine. I have my... Besides,
Fine. Not that I don't already have a
Hello.
set. Oh,
I have my... Besides...
come on.
If you kill him, can you just get all the spells?
No. Then they're lost.
Ah.
Isn't that nice? Okay. What's the quickest way back?
However, I definitely want to do a playthrough of Ninja Gaiden Black. I'd definitely say Ninja Gaiden Black is probably the best of the original Ninja Gaiden games.
Gotcha.
It's like there was Ninja Gaiden Black, and Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Sigma was sort of the complete version, the PS3 one, but I think Black was the best. It was the most well balanced, and also the most difficult.
Yeah. Let's see if I can pull this off. Let's see if I can get through here without killing any dudes.
For those of you who don't know, Ninja Gaiden Black is actually more difficult than Dark Souls.
Yeah.
It's not as long. I
You
mean,
say so, dude.
let me put it this way: death in Ninja Gaiden actually has consequences other than losing souls.
Okay, but that's not one of the... Fine, go play Dark Souls 2. Every time you die, your HP decreases.
Ninja Gaiden, it plays kind of like Dark Souls, but sped up.
You need to actually play through Dark Souls before you make that decision.
I've played through a lot of it.
You have not played through...
A lot of the beginning.
That's... Okay, so how difficult is the beginning of Ninja Gaiden Black?
I'd say the first boss of Ninja Gaiden Black is quite a bit harder than the first boss of Dark Souls.
Well, they're not trying to make the first boss as hard as it can be.
Well, no, and neither were they in Ninja Gaiden Black. It's in Ninja Gaiden, like, just like, I think...
Play through Dark Souls, beat it, and then tell me the same thing.
The key about Ninja Gaiden is they were trying to, every boss fight was to teach you something.
That doesn't, mean it's difficult.
No, it is. But basically they had to teach you a new way to, a new way to approach a situation. It's like the purpose of the first boss is to teach you the basics of the game, and that is don't rush in and attack. It's, wait for an opening. And the first boss will utterly destroy you if you don't do that.
Okay. Yep.
I'm gonna ship on this girl now. This mouse and my power supply in there for her computer. Frankly, because I'm never gonna use this mouse.
Gotcha. Alright, now I need...
It's kind of funny, like how I feel about computer components. I'll buy a bunch of different parts just to.
Ooh. I may actually have enough. I need 20,000 souls.
I'll buy a bunch of different parts just to boost them or to try them out. But then they'll just sit here and do nothing if I don't like them or if I find something better. So I'm kind of like, I'd rather just give the things away if I can't find anyone to sell them to, so that they just get used.
Gotcha.
Because I'd rather they get used than sit here and do nothing.
Now I have an Estus +1, so it heals me more.
Ah.
Okay, now first dude.
Oh, hello. I regret meeting you. At least we both consider you're clearly, of course,
Plus, I've been turned on to Corsair power supplies.
splendid. I am...
I don't think I can go for any other brand.
Bam. Now what I need... Can I buy it? Crap, I can't buy it.
You're not high enough level?
Well, I can get Great Soul Arrow at least.
Magic weapon, what is that? Is it just like a sword?
It creates a magical weapon. Yeah.
Does it use magic or is it just like a weapon?
It's just a weapon, but, it's more powerful than standard swords.
Goodbye. then.
Cool.
Do stay safe.
Looks like fun. Like, do you use it to fire magic too?
No. Well,
Like you couldn't use your soul arrows with it?
I don't think so. But let me... What have I got? Oh, might as well.
I will say an anime that did a decent job of that was
I hate to use this. You can use this to make a pretty darn powerful weapon, but I'm gonna need it.
Oh, hello. Well, myself.
what is it called? Oh, Bleach.
Yeah, see, Great Soul Arrow, and then
Should totally get magic weapon.
costs too much right now.
Aw.
It's like I could have gotten heavy Great Soul Arrow, but magic.
We do need to find a game we can both play though.
Sure.
Well, you say Spirit of Mana, I say a fighting game.
I mean, we can do both.
I suppose we could do like shorter, like 25 or 30-minute fighting game episodes.
There's this one spell I really want to get my hands on, but there's this dude called Big Hat Logan that I have to rescue before he'll sell it to me.
I see.
And in order to rescue him, he's in Sin's Fortress in a prison cell, basically. And so I have to beat both of the main bosses first and ring both bells.
Is Quelaag the first main boss
Yeah,
or the second?
second actually. But I had, because of the other person, all I really had to do there was dodge. This next boss, I could beat it, but
It won't be easy.
I could probably go ahead and do it, but I'm gonna go in anyway. I had something I wanted to get.
I will say one of my favorite boss fights of all time in video games
Oh yeah, I remember.
is Doku, first form Doku from Ninja Gaiden,
I see.
because it's kind of like the Mega Man X thing. I like when you're fighting someone who is equal to you
Yeah.
in sort of.
I wonder if I can beat this dude. He'd be worth a bit.
Oh yeah, I remember the first time you played through this and you were like, you spent hours trying to beat this guy. Though that was a different one that was like trapped in a room
Yeah.
and it was like a much smaller area.
I mentioned that magic is a little overpowered.
It just means you don't have to get close.
Means you, and it limits what attacks they can do. Like, I would not have been able to beat him under normal circumstances. It's, well, right now I just don't have the weapons required to do it.
I see. But yeah, I think what I like is I like boss fights where both you and the boss are very agile,
Yeah.
and it's sort of a who can dodge better.
There are a lot of those in this game. Like, though they're frequently a lot more powerful than you two. So they have your moveset, they can do all sorts of the same things. And then on top of that, they're also very strong.
Well, like Doku in Ninja Gaiden is basically the goal there is
Well, actually managed to hit him.
you have to. It requires lots of dodging and waiting for openings.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the best way to describe it is he gives you a lot of openings, but they're constantly changing very quickly. And so if you're too slow, you can hit him, and then he'll take off a quarter of your health,
Mm-hmm.
or 3/4 of your health. Sorry.
They like their hidden walls, or fake walls. Okay, I need 20,000 souls, so I'm actually gonna have to grind a little bit.
Well, as long as it's not just like fighting the same enemy over and over. If you're like running around fighting different enemies, that can
Yeah,
be
I
cool.
am. Actually, you know what? I don't have to grind. There is a boss up here I can fight instead.
Oh, there we go.
I'm not sure I can take her, though. It will certainly be interesting.
What boss is it?
The Moonlight Butterfly.
I see. Is that a Black Knight?
No.
I think something we need to do is a game that like neither of us have played. That would be interesting.
There is a summon here I could do. Yeah. I know what you mean.
I'm still waiting for Mega Man X Corrupted, but that could be years before it comes out. I mean, it's already been like 5 or 6 years in
There it
development.
is. Moonlight Butterfly.
Wow, pretty.
Very tough, too.
Oh, there's a lot of damage to her. That's really
Oh shit.
Holy fuck.
Oh shit, I lived.
Heal.
Wow.
That is fucking lucky.
I can't believe I lived through that.
Holy shit.
Okay, how much should I get? There we go. Perfect.
Nice.
Plus I get the Moonlight Butterfly Soul, which you can make the Moonlight Butterfly Spear with.
Is that a magic weapon?
Yes.
I assume it's a fairly good one.
Yeah, though I can't make it right now.
I see.
There's actually a much better weapon that I'm after, called the Moonlight Greatsword.
This seems kind of like a, almost like a Mega Man thing where you can pick up abilities of the bosses and make weapons out of them.
Yeah, you can. It's just about it's most bosses that are actually bosses give you the boss's soul, and then if you have the boss's soul, you can create a powerful weapon out of it
I see.
that is related to the boss. Like when you beat Great Grey Wolf Sif, you get Sif's soul, and you can make the Sword of Artorias, which is, I don't think it's technically what he's using during the fight.
But it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, it's like a much smaller version of it.
It's like
It's like a perfect amount of souls.
you know what's really funny to me? I was playing through Devil May Cry 3 a while ago. You remember when I did it?
Mhm.
And Devil May Cry 3, you know what? It really struck me.
Oh shit. That was really close.
It struck me as very similar to Mega Man, like Mega Man X, especially once you get the dash and the air dash. It's like they could literally just do a palette swap or a model swap and have Dante be Zero, and it would be a faithful Mega Man game, but it would also be like an excellent 3D game.
Yeah, those monsters there, they have one move that, if they manage to get it off on you, is almost guaranteed to kill you. They and sometimes you'll glitch through the ground and fall out of the world.
I see.
Yeah, this guy in here sells something that costs 20,000 souls that I need.
Well, I'm
Need to purchase an item and get the Crest of Artorias. 20,000 souls.
go get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go.
We can go ahead and use another bone.
But yeah, it's I don't know. Capcom has a lot of Capcom ruled my childhood.
This is a special area that you need. This is what that item I just bought lets you get into.
I see.
And this,
Is where you fight Grey Wolf.
yeah, it is. Though, let's see. This is excellent for grinding.
What?
Watch.
Oh my. Oh my. Run, run, run. Ah! They don't run at you from the side?
They think that going from above is better. Oh, hi.
Okay, then.
Let's see, where's the next one? See anybody? Oh,
Yep.
hi.
Can't just kill them? Are they too powerful for that?
I might be able to take them. They're not worth fighting. They're pretty freaking strong.
This is easier.
Yeah, much easier.
Hey!
Great place to level though.
Yeah.
It's like you make back the 20,000 it costs you to get in here pretty freaking quick.
There's one.
And you can actually get them to stop too. There's like this dog, wolf, cat thing, I'm not exactly sure, in here whose covenant you can join, and then they stop attacking you.
So what's your, what's one of your favorite boss fights of all time? Aside from GLaDOS.
Favorite boss fights. You know, I really like in Metroid Fusion, I like fighting Nightmare.
That is a satisfying, albeit difficult fight.
It's the first few times I did it, like, I could not beat it. But I finally figured out how to do it.
When you hang on the wall and spam him with super missiles?
Yeah. And, you know, I really like flying around them with space attack.
I definitely wouldn't consider it a favorite of mine, but it is a satisfying fight, just spamming him.
Yeah.
For honestly, there aren't really any Metroid fights that I find would fit into my like favorite boss fight category.
Is that all of them? I think that might be all of them. There are like some huge tiger cat things in here somewhere.
Will they fall off the cliff too?
No. They're
Smarter than the people?
well, they have a leash. They won't come this far.
Ah.
Most enemies in this game have a leash, where they're restricted to a certain area. There's actually a mod that gets rid of leashes.
I just suddenly had a picture of you running around with the entire game world's worth of enemies chasing you.
That would be pretty cool. Like all the bosses, everything.
Everything is chasing you.
These guys actually drop...
And the whole time your guy's just going... It'd be like that scene from Pirates of the Caribbean 2, where it's like you see Jack Sparrow just running on the beach, like, was he running? And then suddenly you hear Let's see. You're just waiting for him to run out.
Okay. He doesn't normally do that.
There he goes. He slid down your face.
It's funny, they actually will like bounce off your shield when they do that.
I'd say the best boss fights definitely they make you use all of your abilities. Like you should have to use everything at your disposal to beat the boss. But it shouldn't be unfairly difficult.
That was a good one.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I actually really like the boss that's here a lot, Sif. He's a lot of fun to fight. You know, when he's not raping you.
Yeah.
There's actually a couple other people here somewhere that, you know.
Ninja Gaiden has a few bosses that are just really fun. Like, you know, like First Form Doku.
I wonder if I can take him. Okay, yeah, no, I'm good.
And,
He might
what's her
take too
name?
long to kill.
What's that one girl's name? I can't remember the girl's name from Ninja Gaiden. One of the greater fiends. I guess you wouldn't know her. Alma, that's her name, Alma. She's a fairly interesting boss fight.
I see. I'm not sure if it really counts, but the Black Knights in this game I always really, liked fighting. Okay. It's kind of weird.
And on a completely different note, Yunalesca in Final Fantasy X is a fucking great boss fight.
I see.
Horrible, terrible boss fight that killed me dozens of times, and it took, you know, an hour and a half to beat her. You know, just to go through the fight to get to the end where she would kill me took an hour and a half. But that was a hell of a fight. That was one of those fights where I came out and I just, like, did the biggest fist bump ever. Like, I made my dog fist bump me. Like, I grabbed his paw and was like, fist bump. Yeah, when I beat Yunalesca for the first time, I felt like a champion.
Let's see. Okay, now I need to go beat those gargoyle dudes.
Can't beat Grey Wolf Sith?
I probably could, but probably not first try.
Well, we're getting close to the hour mark, so
Yeah.
maybe see if we can find something to cap this video off with.
Well, there's a pretty good one up ahead.
Alrighty. Having a nice boss fight at the end of the video is pleasant.
Yeah. So I needed to increase my endurance a little bit.
Yeah. So they've they're starting to get a bunch of sneak peeks of the Z97 boards coming out.
You see?
Yeah, Tiny Tom Logan's done several of them. He did the Asus Maximus 7, the Hero, which is I think their micro ATX board. He's done a couple of Gigabyte boards. Looks like Z97 is going to bring some exciting changes and some you know, decent power increase. And of course, the Z97 life cycle is supposed to bring in DDR4.
Yeah.
So, which is weird, which is going to be bad if you buy one of these boards, because these are all DDR3 boards. It's like, that's kind of I'm at an impasse for when we start, you know, getting income again, when I want to go upgrade my board, because I need to upgrade my board. Like, my board, my, you know, USB ports are kind of going, and that, I need a i7.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I should wait for DDR4, and I think I should.
This will be interesting trying to get through here. There's a few obstacles in the way, let's say.
Was this where you're coming up the pillars and the guys are like shooting arrows at you?
No. That's considerably in the future. What there is...
Looks like a boss.
This room is not fun. Okay, let me...
Is that a Dalek?
No. It's this like shaman type dude.
God damn, that did a lot of damage. least you can kill multiple of them at once.
Oh, that was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah, you use a lot of Estus flasks.
Well, I shouldn't need very many in the fight up ahead.
That was all of his little slaves.
Yeah, and he himself. Or, you know.
That. He's still alive.
He's still alive, but
Now you
I don't
can-
really care.
You could jump on him.
I could, I guess. Have fun down there, dude. I've never seen him do that.
You target him, he just runs off.
I need that. And anything else? I don't think so.
Alright, what's through here?
A boss.
Oh my.
2 bosses, actually.
Can you beat these guys first try?
I hope so. Otherwise, I got a lot of minions to deal with again. Alright. I have great soul arrow, so...
Bell guard. Oh, that doesn't have damage to him.
Oh yeah, but he'll do, I am quite a glass cannon.
Are there two just equal bell gargoyles?
Bam. Kicked ass. Gargoyle helm. Sweet. Huh, what do I get in terms of experience? Not bad.
10,000. Not bad.
Half of K-Lag.
That reminds me of that first boss fight in Symphony of the Night. When you have to fight the two guys. One of them is like a gargoyle thing, and the other's like a monster that it carries around.
That's actually like, they actually make a, I think Yahtzee made a reference to that. But, this is like, that was the first main boss fight.
Well, he talks about how this is very similar to,
Symphony of the Night.
yeah. You know, he's like, I can't beat that boss, guess I'll go somewhere else. Wait a minute, this is Symphony of the Night logic.
Talk about, you know, a good way to end the video.
Yeah, ringing the bell.
Ringing the second bell and opening up Sin's Fortress.
You have to fight that thing?
Yes. If it moves in this game, you fight it. Or you can fight it, to be fair. Here he is.
Ah. Well, that's enough of,
Let me get back down.
Oh yeah, you gotta get back to a bonfire. Is there one like in here?
No, but there's a dude down here I need to talk to.
I see.
I still have a minute.
Yeah, you do. I think I actually cut you off a little early last night.
I am Oswald of Pierce. Cometh out of the...
He sells some pretty good stuff.
Thou art welcome any time.
Give up all 10,000 souls?
No.
Oh, you bought a homeward bone?
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Oh well. And actually, this is where I wanted to go. Even better. Because
Oh.
that's Sin's Fortress.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so next time we'll take on Sin's Fortress and see if we can get to Anor Londo. As well as free Big Hat Logan and buy up all his spells.
Alright, well, till then.
See you later.